Whew-wee, what's going on YouTube? I am ill prepared. I was just looking for something that I thought was over here and is not. So, oh well. What's going on YouTube? Is Donnie B all day. So, here I'm still looking for it. I know it's not next to me. I'm still just, where is it? I was looking for a tape measure so I could measure this, right? And so what I'm going to do is the old-fashioned way. And it looks like it's a 12 to 13 inch file, right? That I picked up. I picked up a few. I just made one of these. It's just a throwing spike. And I sent it out to Captain Electro because it throws beautifully and I think you'd like it. So this one's a little bit different. It came with a more of a coarse actual file part, but I ground it down so it would just be enough to where it feels really, really nice. It, has good tact, but at the same time will leave the hand really well, especially for a no spin throw. This would go. Now, right here on these little hooks, it had like these strong, really pronounced hooks that came out, boop, and then went down. So I ground them off and rounded them. I added some little decorative type notching up front because it's not for anything. You're not throwing it from there unless you're doing a half spin throw. And when I was doing these, I realized, wow, this actually makes a huge difference. These stupid little things for the half spin, it gives a really good hold since this is tapered, right? What I did is I beveled out the edges here and gave it a cone tip all the way around, which I like doing on throwing spikes because you don't need it sharp, you just need it pointy. And it doesn't have to be so pointy because it's just going into a piece of wood or whatever you're throwing, cardboard, styrofoam, whatever you're throwing. Now, like the one I did for Captain Electro, I made this notch here, but with this one I made it just a little bit sharper to make it a better reverse sticker, like an accidental, oops, I threw it and hit the heel. But I'm going to find out if that even is necessary anyway, because this should throw pretty good. Now, one of the cool things about this one is, unlike the one I sent to Captain Electro, it was a number 2 file and it had the 2 in there, and I wanted to keep that preserved because it looked really cool and it had some other numbers. This one was a Japanese-made file, and I thought that was really cool. It's backwards because of the camera. I'm not going to flip it around. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. So while I was grinding these down, I had to make sure I didn't completely grind that away because I wanted it in there. I kind of liked it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out there and I'm going to throw this and see how she goes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in a box with my Cold Steel Chris. It's like the Chris Light. It's like the Tie Light, except it's got the Chris blade. And I'm going to send them both to Scab. And the reason is the Chris, he really wanted to check out. So he'll check it out. He'll send it back. I know he will. This one he's not going to send back because I remember Scab saying something about he really wanted to learn how to throw. And if this thing is going to work as good as it should work, or I think it's going to work, I think this will be a great beginner throwing knife for Scab. So that's what this is going to be. Scab, this is yours. Do whatever you want with it. You might even be able to hone down your other blades. Let's see. Now this knife is already very sharp, but I've been using it. This is the SE Zancudo. But let's see. And I'm going to go, see, there's the edge right here. I'm going to go this way to pull the edge because it's more of a honing. Hear that? Oh my goodness. So, Scabber, you got a throwing blade that you can hone knives with. Oh, snap. Actually, yeah, it's really nice. It's really, really nice. So, it's a twofer. It's got just enough grit to be able to do that and hold on to it really good, get a sweet grip. But I took away enough of the grit so if you wanted to learn how to do a no spin, you will be able to let it release from your hand, no problem. Let's take it out and throw it. All right, since it is not an edged weapon, it clearly needs no time at the stump. However, we're gonna do a couple drops. And woo, my shoes just got soaked, the grass is wet. I did not know that. So we're just gonna do a couple drops and see how this little guy will fall on its own. And timber, it falls pretty good. I'll do a couple hard downward throws. I mean, it's gonna stick into wood. It's pretty much all that's made for. Let's try and stick it in the heel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It timber rolled out. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So it leaves the hand flawlessly. Like, really, really nice. And there goes Asia, leaving school about 6 hours late. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna try a couple nose spins. Uh-oh, I don't know where that went. It's stuck in somewhere. There it is. Trying to keep one eye on the dogs while she gets ready to leave. Uh-oh. I told you guys I'm not a real no spin thrower, and I'm going back farther than I did with the one I made in electro. There we go. There we go. I took one step closer, and that happened. There we go. So Scab, you can see that it sticks in, and this is kind of an easy project. If you got just a little bit of time, and all you need, I used 2 different grinders. I used a stone grinder and a belt grinder, and voila, Roscoe! I think he chased the car down the driveway. I gotta keep 6 eyes on the dogs. I'm gonna do a half spin, and I know I should have to back up for this. What was that, Mama Shredder? First try! All right, so the half spin, worked out really well. Oh my gosh, that is nice. So literally, if you guys have a grinder, belt grinder, and then you get yourself some old files. Oh gosh, I hit it on the tip and it rolled. You could even see right here is where it hit. Boop, and then went that way. It's very easy to do. Very, very easy to do. It's just patience. Uh-oh, I missed one. I don't like missing. I'm gonna try and do a half spin from the rear. I was just gonna say, to get the rear stuck in, and it worked. Let's try that again. All right, so you can half spin it from both directions. I'll go back to the front now. Man, these things are so nice. These would be rabbit killers right here. These are rabbit killers, man. Oh, I went low. Still stuck in though. Still stuck in. All right, this is gonna be a short video. Man, look at that. These things are awesome. Getting yourself a file and just doing a little bit of work to make it cool. Uh-oh, I hit that one near the top. Still stuck in the ground. It's pretty cool. It's satisfying and rewarding. What I'll do is I'll give you like, I don't usually go full body because I'm too far away and it's hard to see, but we'll see if we can't show you exactly what it's looking like over here. I think I'm in. Oh, of course I missed. Trying to make sure I'm in the freaking shot. Just gotta put it in there. Oh! Now that we're full. There we go. There we go. Let's do another one of those. Let's do another one. There we go. So you can see, I mean, it's pretty easy to learn how to throw this. All you do is throw it. I'm throwing it here at about 4 to 4.5 yards. Let's see, I'll even show you my eyes view of what I'm looking at. So it's over there. I just tossed it, but that's how long it takes to get over there. 2, 3, 4, almost 5 yards. Almost 5 yards. So that's where it's going. From that distance, go with a half spin. If you're gonna back up any, then you can go a little deeper. Let's see if we can go and hit the pile. That hit the rear. That hit the rear. So that was at about 10 yards. And I hit the rear into the pile. Obviously it's not gonna stick, it's just a pile of mulch, but well, you can see where that one went. It stuck in the tip. I backed up one more. I was at just about 10 yards and it went just like, it went just like this. So you could see the path it took. So it hit perfect right here and then just slid up. But all in all, this thing's cool. This thing's cool. It's just a good thrower. These files make excellent throwing spikes. Excellent throwing spikes. And literally what I did is, first thing I did is I got on a stone grinder and I grinded down these areas here, right? Then I grinded here on every edge. Then I went to the belt grinder. Oh no, then I did some spinning to create a tip. Then I created this on the stone grinder. Then I went to the belt grinder and I belt ground all the edges, boop, boop, boop. And I belt ground the sides, belt ground the edge, and then I spun on here, and then I finished off the tip spinning, and I belt grind, you could see like where it's missing some lines, I ground down to make that just a little bit better. So so it works really well. It works really well. So if you guys have something like that, you can go to Harbor Freight and for very little money get yourself a 1x30 belt grinder, and you could do stuff like this with that all day long. You can get the cheap stone grinding wheels all day long with stuff like this, man. It's easy, but the thing is that they work and they're fun to use. They're really fun. These I picked up at one of those stores where you can go get like I don't know, old mismatch stuff for the house. You know, they sell these. You can go get a bunch of, you know, windows and flooring, but it doesn't really match. Kind of like a bargain outlet type thing. And I found these in a box, and I think this was some of the smaller ones like this were 99 cents, and then I got a couple bigger ones for like $2.99 or $1.99. Are you kidding? And now I have an all-time thrower that it'll just throw all the time. And they're pre-hardened. They're pre-hardened. It's a file. That means it's already heat treated, it's already tempered, all that jazz, and all you have to do is keep it cool while grinding. So keep water nearby, make a couple passes, dip it in the water, make a couple passes, dip it in the water, and you will not change the heat treat. So that means this thing isn't going to be bending all over the place. It's going to be stiff all the way through. It's going to be nice. So that's it. Scabber, I'm going to get these out to you with the Chris as soon as possible. Give you something to practice with. I know you wanted to take up some throwing. This right here is probably going to be the easiest way. Probably the easiest way to get throwing down. Half spin throw, full spin throw, no spin throw. That's all you got to do. Practice, practice, practice. And then eventually you will look the camera straight in the eye. You will reach out to Mama Shredder and you'll say, "First try, I am Donnie B all day." Until next knife.